This is YouTube. I'm not even quite sure how to kick this off. This is Surf Overland Co. This is something I've been meaning to do for the best part of a decade. It is a long time coming. Anybody that knows me knows that I would routinely say that I'm going to do this, and I don't. I am an automotive filmmaker. Ironically, I film a lot of YouTube content for other YouTubers and content creators and brands and all manner of different folks. And I think, like any trade, you get home and you think, oh god, I want to do that, but it just gets pushed by the wayside. So here I am, finally doing it. What to expect from this channel? There is just going to be a lot of rust, basically. A lot of adventure, misadventure. I absolutely love working on cars. I have done for a long time, and I know there's a lot more other people out there who like to watch other people working on rusty old cars to distract them from their own rusty old cars. I think I might be guilty of that, but we'll get into that a little bit more throughout the course of the series. But yeah, we've got cars, as you can probably see behind me, my workshop is an absolute state. There is a Royal Enfield on a shelf over there, so there is a motorbike, there's a load of other stuff. I have a load of friends who have also got similarly rusty collections of cars, so there's going to be a huge amount of stuff to get stuck into, loads of projects. Just good fun. The whole premise of it is just going to be documenting that. No egos, no bravado. This is just good, honest fun. Doing it for the love of it and having fun for the sake of having fun. I feel like we as adults have kind of lost that art of just having fun. I do this because I enjoy it, and I'm filming it because I enjoy it, and I enjoy watching other people do it. So let's get into it. I've got 1996 Toyota Hilux Surf, 1KZT powered Hilux Surf. It's a Japanese import. I know in America they're forerunners, but I know you guys import Hilux Surfs as well. Obviously Australia, they are really popular. It's a super common drivetrain. It's a brilliant truck. I bought it a year ago from a friend of mine. It's done I bought it on about 295,000 kilometers, and I've done about 30,000 kilometers in it over the past year. It's been my daily car. I've used it for lugging camera gear around. It has been absolutely incredible. I've done a lot of work to it in that time, and I have filmed a lot of that throughout the course of the year. So you will notice things like my beard changing length and my hair changing length. These were all filmed at different times, but there's a lot of stuff going forward that needs doing to it. There's a lot of maintenance, but there's also, I want to get it ready for some adventures. Going abroad, doing some proper overlanding. We've also got, picked up recently, a 1985 Nissan 720. That's exactly where we're going to be starting the video. I know these are very common in the US and Thailand, various other markets across the world. They are very uncommon here, mostly because a bit like this one, prior to my ownership, they just sit in farmyards and rot away. They were small utility trucks. They were cheap, affordable, disposable, and most of them went the way that this one did, and we're going to obviously have a proper look at it. Bought it on Facebook Marketplace, like all good purchases, and we got it back to my mate's place at Retro Sect in Tewkesbury. Luckily the car was in Tewkesbury, with the help of my friend Pierre. So we got it back to Ben's place, Retro Sect. A couple of friends came down, mocked me for it, which is pretty routine, and then we got it back up here. So yeah, we're going to pick up with the car at Retro Sect, and then we're going to have a look at some of the jobs I've done since getting it back here, and there'll be many, many, many episodes because that thing needs a lot of work. But I'm going to stop yapping. We'll jump into it.
It's easy to build a tough truck, real easy. All you got to do is give it a 5-speed transmission, independent front suspension.
First launched way back in 1979, the 720 was the latest in a long line of small, versatile Nissan Datsun pickup trucks. Like most pickups of the era, and unlike many of their bloated present-day counterparts, these humble little trucks were solely designed to serve a purpose at a price the everyday man or woman could afford. They were utilitarian, ambiguous, no thrills, no gimmicks, no 15-inch touchscreens or electric tailgates or automatic bullet warmers. This was a time when men were men and passive safety features consisted of finding somewhere secure to lodge your beer so it wouldn't spill on your lap under tight cornering. Road and Track recently wrote a great article that summarises the brilliance of the 720 far better than I could, and I'll put a link down in the description. As you can see, unfortunately, mine is a far cry from the example it was when it first rolled off the production line back in 1985. What I can gather from the crumpled tax disc I found under the seat and the online MOT records, this UK market single cab long bed example was last on the road back in 2009. Now, I did find some interesting paperwork in the glove box, but I don't know much of its story apart from the fact it was purchased brand new from a Nissan dealer in Lincoln, where it spent the majority, if not all, of its road-going life. Between then and the previous owner buying it in the early 2020s, I can only assume, judging by the Flintstones floor and missing bed, that it was used as a sacrificial farm truck or down a salt mine. As mentioned in the intro, I bought it off Facebook Marketplace, towed it to my mate's place, Retro Sect in Tewkesbury with the surf, huge shout out to Ben, with the help of my mate Pierre before hauling it back home, again with the help of Pierre, who, like the good sport he is, didn't complain once.
This pile of shit is gonna go around the town. I don't. Thing is, I can't even take some of my weight on the seat because obviously the seat is moving as well. So it's absolutely brilliant. But on this pile of heap, at least one thing works. Windows.
I paid extra for
Glad they're manual.
There were a few minor mishaps on the 15-mile journey back, but after an hour or so, we made it back. Neither of us got arrested, which in my book makes this trip a huge success. So here we are, a few weeks later, the truck's back home. I have started going through it, cataloguing some of the things that need doing. I should mention that this is just a very brief introduction to the channel, and we'll go into much more detail in future episodes and look at each of the individual things that we need to do. But basically, in a nutshell, I've started from the front back, slowly disassembling and cleaning off the years of grime and neglect. The priority is going to be get it running, get it stopping, and then we'll have a look at some of the other things. I also painted the rocker cover red and picked up this comically large Weber side draft because that seemed like a priority in the circumstances. Now, there are a few minor areas of corrosion, but I'll jump off that bridge when I get to it. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up episode 1, I'm guessing. I don't know how I'm going to organise all these clips, whether I'll do them in set playlists for different cars or whether I'll just do it in one big playlist. I haven't decided, but I'm going to get this video out. I have a few more lined up. As I say, I've been filming stuff throughout the year, and I have a load of other content from, you know, shoots I've done and all sorts of other fun stuff that hopefully some people will find reasonably entertaining. But yeah, honestly, thanks so much for watching. It's a new channel. I'm just getting up and running, so if you could do the usual YouTube-y things, like, subscribe, somewhere around here, and share it. There's also a huge shout out. There's also a huge shout out to these guys, Neo Tools. I love these guys. I met them at an event last year. Food and Fuel at Shelsley, Walsh. Went down with my camera and filmed some bits. Went down with Ben and my friends from Forge Motorsport were there. I used to work for Forge Motorsport. They're a great bunch, still very close to them. We'll do a bit more of that in another video. But yeah, these guys were there. They reached out afterwards. And Pavel, huge shout out to Pavel. He sent me a load of bits. I've been testing them out. As you can see, it's getting well used. I use my tools and these have been super reliable, so huge shout out to those guys. Huge shout out to Pavel for, you know, supporting a small creator, and yeah, there'll be a lot more with those guys in future episodes. Yeah, that's kind of it really. That's it. I'm not sure how to wrap this up, so thanks.